geobyte.
Similarly, let us take the another important problem. Okay, look at the screen. It is asking like this. A ball falls freely from rest onto a hard horizontal floor and repeatedly bounces. If the velocity of the ball just before the first bounce is 7 meter per second and the coefficient of restitution is 0.75, the total distance traveled by the ball before it comes to rest is, you're asked to take g equal to 10 meter per second square and the coefficient of restitution E equal to 0.75. Initial velocity of the ball is 7 meter per second. Okay, the arrangement may be like this. Let us take the hard horizontal surface. This is the hard horizontal surface. Initially, the ball may be at this particular position with initial velocity u equal to how much it is given? 7 meter per second. 7 meter per second. Then it is falling down and continuously bouncing like this. It is continuously bouncing like this. Like this. Finally, this is the distance traveled by the ball before it comes to rest. Now let me mark the different states of the ball. This is the initial position. It is touching the ground. Then it is bouncing like this. That is how the ball is bouncing continuously before it comes to rest. Right, like this. That distance, horizontal distance traveled by the body before it comes to rest is u square by 2g. Remember this formula into 1 plus e square by 1 minus e square. This is the formula. Yes, u is given 7 square by 2 into 10 into 1 plus 1 plus 0.75 coefficient of restitution. Yes, 0.75 whole square divided by 1 minus 0.75 square. You simplify this value for getting 8.75 meters. That is the horizontal distance traveled by the body before it comes to rest. Right? Look at the option C. Option C is absolutely correct. Understood clearly? Yes. Then look at the another important problem. It is asking like this. It is concept oriented question. In an inelastic collision, after collision, the kinetic energy. Dear friends, remember, because of the inelastic collision, kinetic energy always decreasing. Therefore, after collision, the kinetic energy is less than before collision. Option B is absolutely correct. Okay. Similarly, look at the another important problem. It is also concept oriented question asking like this. Which of the following statements regarding the center of mass is not true? If you're asked to decide which statement is not correct, look at the first statement. For two particles of equal masses, the center of mass lies exactly at the midway between them. Absolutely correct. That is the correct statement, but that is not our option. Incorrect statement is our option. Similarly, look at the B. For three non-linear particles of equal mass, the center of mass coincides with the centroid of the triangle formed by the particles. That is also absolutely correct statement, but that is not our option. When the total external force on a system is zero, the velocity of the center of mass of the system remains constant. Absolutely correct. When the total external force of the system is zero, the center of mass, velocity of the center of mass always remaining constant. That is also correct statement. First three are correct statements. That is not, those three are not our option. Look at the last one. For the two particles of different masses, the center of mass of the particles is nearer to the particle of lesser mass. No, not lesser mass, nearer to the bigger mass. This is the incorrect statement. That incorrect statement is our option. Therefore, option D is incorrect. That is our option. Option D is correct. Understood clearly? Option D is correct because that is incorrect statement. Okay? Yes. Similarly, let us take the another important problem. Okay? Look at the screen. It is asking like this. A particle of mass 10 grams is moving towards east with a velocity of 10 meter per second. And another particle of mass 15 grams is moving towards north with a velocity of 5 meter per second. It is like this. This is the east, west, north, south. It is given that one particle is moving towards east with a mass equal to 10 grams with a velocity along east direction is 10 meter per second. Another particle of mass 15 grams is moving with a velocity 5 meter per second. Then I can say this is m1, v1, m2, v2. The magnitude of the velocity of the center of mass of the system of the two particles is the center of mass may be the particle center of mass may be moving in this particular direction at an angle 45 degrees. Then what is the velocity of the center of mass? Okay, that is the question. As you know, velocity of the center of mass is equal to v1 m1, that is m1 v1. Let me write it clearly. It is m1 v1 cos theta 1 plus m2 v2 cos theta 2 dividing by m1 plus m2. Here theta 1 equal to theta 2, that is equal to 45 degrees. Then velocity of the center of mass equal to m1 is 10 grams, v1 is 10 meter per second, cos 45 degrees plus m2 is 15 grams with a velocity 5 meter per second. Cos theta 2 means 45 degrees dividing by m1 plus m2 means 10 plus 15. That is equal to 100 cos 45 1 by root 2 plus 15 into 5 75 into 1 by root 2 dividing by 10 plus 15 25. So velocity of the center of mass equal to 100 by root 2 plus 75 by root 2 into 1 by 25. It is 175 divided by 25 root 2. Okay, 25 root 2. Then it is 5 times 5 3 5 5s 5 7 times. It is equal to 7 by root 2. It is equal to 7 by root 2 approximately 4.9 meter per second. You can take 5 meter per second. That is the velocity of the center of mass. Look at the options. Option A itself is absolutely correct. Understood clearly? Yes, it is also equal important problem. I can say 5-star problem. Means this kind of problem can be repeated. Okay. Similarly, look at the another important problem asking like this. A bomb at rest explodes into three pieces of each mass equal masses. That means let capital M equal to mass of bomb and its initial velocity is 0 because it is at rest. Since bomb is at rest, it is exploding into three equal masses. Three equal masses means m1 equal to m2 equal to m3. Let it be small m. If two pieces move perpendicular to each other, each with a velocity v, then speed of the third piece is. Now, by conservation of momentum, by conservation of momentum in the bomb equal to sum of the momentums of the three equal pieces, right? M1 U1 plus, yeah, otherwise let it better write M1 V1 plus M2 V2 plus M3 V3. It is given that two pieces are maintaining equal velocities means V1 equal to V2, that is equal to V, that is given. Okay. Since U equal to 0, this part is 0. 0 equal to M1 equal to M2 equal to M3 equal to M. V I cap plus V j cap plus V3. That V3 you need to find. You bring the M to other side, that is becoming 0. Finally here V3 equal to minus Vi cap minus Vj cap. Let us take another slide. V3 equal to Vi cap with the negative sign minus Vj cap. Okay. Then V3 equal to root over minus 1 square minus V square, not 1 square, minus V square plus minus V square. It is equal to root over 2V square. Root over 2V square equal to V into 2. Root 2 into V. Root 2V. That is the velocity of the third particle. Look at the options. V root 2. Look at the option B. Option B is absolutely correct. Okay. Are you following clearly? Yes. Then
Geobyte.